video, we are going to be covering some really important topics. Number one, understanding toxicity and where toxins come from. Symptoms of toxicity. Could you be suffering from them? You'll find out. The common detox myths and concerns. These are the things that people often think about detox. It's a scam, it's this, it's that. We're going to cover all of these concerns. Also, how we at Transform in 21 go about creating success stories. And the very next success story is going to be yours. And also, we're going to go through the details of the program so you can really understand exactly what you're getting into so there's no surprises. And finally, we're going to talk about how to get started, because guess what? Getting started is the most important step. So, do you feel like you get sick easily? Or are you feeling like you're gaining a little bit of weight, feeling exhausted, unable to sleep? Irritable, we might want to ask your friends about that one. Anxious or depressed, unmotivated or having difficulty focusing on daily tasks. Headachy, are you waking up with headaches or going to bed with a headache? Would you like to feel better? Do you want to lose some weight? Do you want to have more energy? How about improve your immunity? In today's society, in today's world, this is a really important one. And getting healthy definitely improves your immunity. And just overall improving your health. Our goal with this program is simple. We want to transform your health and your life. And it's important for me to point out that this program is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any type of diseases. And although we are doctors of chiropractic and we've done nutrition for over 20 years, we are not treating you as a patient during this program or providing any professional services in any way. So, how do we help you achieve better health? Our detox program targets the real problems that exist in your body, creating ill health, not just covering up the symptoms. So, what is toxicity exactly? That's an important question. Toxicity is a state where the body is overburdened with chemicals, heavy metals, or other compounds that cause damage to the body. Where do these toxins come from? Well, let's cover that. Sources of toxins include natural processes in the body. When your body is performing its natural processes, there are actually byproducts that are given off that are toxic, and the body needs to eliminate those. The environment, our water that we drink, food that we eat, cleaning products. This is a big one in today's world. We're using tons of hand sanitizer and cleaning products, and all this stuff can get built up in your system. And other sources such as cosmetics, dental fillings, especially those amalgam ones, the old silver fillings, they can give off some pretty toxic stuff. So what are those symptoms of toxicity? Well, let's cover that. Anxiety. Have you ever really just felt anxious and you don't have anything emotionally that you're anxious about, but your body just feels on edge? That could be a sign of toxicity. Depression, maybe you're really happy and you're blessed and you're feeling great overall, but you still have some kind of sadness or you're just not feeling happy in your body. That could also be a symptom. Irritability, fatigue, pain or inflammation. This is a big one. We have a lot of people do this program hoping to decrease or eliminate pains that they get in their daily life, and they're not sure where it's coming from. Maybe they're doing all kinds of services like chiropractic, massage. Maybe it's just not helping like it usually does. It could be toxicity. Sleep difficulties, and that's awful. If you've ever had trouble sleeping, that is like the worst. And one thing with this program is almost everybody says that they sleep a lot better, which is great. Vision difficulties. This is a big one for me. When I start to get a little bit more toxic, I notice that my vision gets off, which is really an interesting thing. Hormonal issues. Sometimes men or women actually, and sometimes that can affect people's menstrual cycles, their fertility, and a lot of other types of hormonal issues. Hot flashes, feeling cold, weight gain or weight loss resistance, headaches, migraines, skin issues such as eczema, acne, itching and rashes, female issues, which we already touched on, and crashing at about 3 in the afternoon. That's a really big one. If you feel like you need coffee or sugar to get through the rest of your day, could be a sign of toxicity. Foul breath or metallic taste in your mouth, reflux, constipation, diarrhea, and poor immunity. So could toxicity be something that's holding you back from being at your absolute best? Well, find out. You can go to our transformin21detox.com website and you'll see our free toxicity assessment. Fill that out and you'll know right away whether you could be toxic. All right, so we're going to go through the common myths and concerns. This is probably the most important part of this presentation, so if you zoned out, please zone back in. So let's go through these common myths and concerns. First of all, is detox safe? This is something I'm asked all the time, and my answer to that is absolutely yes. First of all, we wouldn't do it if it wasn't. But also, I would not have been putting my family, my children, my parents, and most of my family in general through this program for over 20 years if I didn't think it was safe. My immediate family and my children, we do this at least once or twice a year. And so if we didn't think it was healthy, we certainly wouldn't be doing it for people. This is not the traditional detox scam that you may see out there. Yes, there's lots of those. There's scams about everything nowadays. But this is a time-tested program from a company that's been around for almost 100 years. Can you even believe that? Made out of whole foods, not toxic garbage, okay? So this has really been around for a long time, absolutely is safe. The results won't last. Now this concern actually has some validity to it. Now, don't check out yet. Let me explain. So why won't these results last? Well, let me ask you a question. You clean your house. How long does it take for the house to get a mess again? Okay. The problem is we are living in a toxic world. You can't expect that you're going to detox one time and then feel amazing the rest of your life and never have to focus on your health again. Health is something you have to focus on every single day. Just like your finances, just like taking care of your car, just like your marriage or your relationship. When you're not focusing on these important things, it goes south. It becomes bad. And that's the whole idea with your health, is that if you're not paying attention to your health, it's just going to worsen automatically, okay? It's just the chaos theory, all right? So the bottom line is, yes, the results won't last. That's why it's important to detox once or twice a year to try to get those toxins out of your system. It's too expensive. Well, I'm not going to argue with you here on cost because everyone's idea of expensive is very different. I've had people say to me, wow, that's all it costs? Then I've had people say, wow, that's expensive. I can't afford to do that. But the bottom line is, guys, no matter what, you can't afford not to do this program because it is so life-changing and it gives you so much more energy that you're able to work more, you're able to play more, and really enjoy your life. What is money if you don't have the energy to be able to enjoy it? And so it really just depends on how important your health is to you. This investment is one that truly pays back. My grocery bill will increase. Well, I mean, that's definitely possible, especially if you're eating boxed macaroni and cheese that costs $1 something. Used to be 89 cents, but of course you have to factor in inflation there. But the bottom line is if you're used to eating cheap, quick meals, yeah, of course you're going to pay a little bit more to have fresh veggies and things like that. However, if you're used to eating relatively healthy and you're making home meals most of the time, it's going to be a little bit more maybe if you're trying to do all organic, which we do recommend, but it really shouldn't be all that different if you're already trying to do something positive with your health. I will hate the food. This is a big one. I hear this all the time, especially people that are picky eaters. Now, if you just refuse to eat vegetables, bottom line, you're going to struggle with this program. But we give you so many recipes and so many dessert recipes, things that are yummy but are healthy. One of the recipes we give you is an avocado brownie recipe. Now again, this is just a treat here and there. It's not intended to be your lunch and your dinner every single day, but it's something that's enjoyable, feels like a treat that will kind of help you get through. I usually recommend, once or twice a week having something that feels a little treaty, okay? But the bottom line is it still is full of healthful products that will increase your health. And so if you hate the food, you've got issues because you're just not really paying attention, or you're just so picky, or you're not following, all of our recipes and the things that we're posting, because we have created a system that makes it really a great experience, and you'll have so many different food options, you wouldn't even believe it. So just trust me on this, you will not hate the food. I'll be hungry all the time. This is another one that's just as popular. Especially people that work in like physical labor, their big concern is, oh my gosh, like I'm going to be starving all the time. If you're balancing your good fats and you're doing the things we tell you to do, you're probably going to struggle to eat as much as we ask you to. And those of you that have done the program before, please just post a comment below if you were surprised with how you really weren't lacking in hunger most of the time. The first few days as you're getting used to it, it's usually more of a mental thing because you mentally want something. It's really not as much as your body's physically hungry. But eventually you're going to be like, oh, how do I get my second shake in? Because I'm full. I can't give up coffee, sugar, etc. I understand these concerns. The truth is, after a couple days, most people don't even miss these things because the purpose for cravings is to try to give your body a nutrient that it's missing. Our brain has adapted through the years to basically get confused, and it actually starts to think you want one thing when you really want something different. And so sugar can trick our bodies into thinking it's something that's good for us when it's not. So we do feel euphoric. We feel good for a few minutes after eating sugar, but obviously you pay later. And so really, bottom line is, after a few days, you're really not going to miss most of these things. Now, I will say there are a few people out there that are 100% addicted. If that's you and you still want to try to take positive steps toward improving your health, I'd be happy to have you reach out to me through email. I will come up with a customized program for you that will help you, be able to get through whatever addiction it is that you may have. But you have to understand, the more you deviate from the program, the less results. So I just don't want to then get an email and say, well, I didn't get as good of results. Well, that's because you deviated from the program. However, I always say you're better off doing something than nothing. And then often the next time you do it, you can do it more strict, and you will actually feel a lot better because you did it 100% the right way. But just don't let that keep you from trying it. I have dietary restrictions. Maybe you're gluten sensitive, or you have celiac disease where you have to be 100% gluten-free. Maybe you have dairy sensitivities. Whatever it is, we can work around it most likely. So reach out to me, let me know what that is. This program naturally is 100% gluten-free. So you don't have to worry about that. We have people with celiac do it all the time. So you don't have to worry about that. There is a dairy-free shake option. Normally there is a whey protein that's in the shake. However, if you do the dairy-free, then that's not a problem at all. All right, so I will feel sick for the entire 21 days. This is another big one, guys. People think they're going to be sick the whole time, and it is so far from the truth. You may have 1 or 2 days. If you're really unfortunate, it might be 3 days or 4 days where you feel a little bit off. Most people will get either a little headachy, really tired, but then by the end of the first week, you usually start to feel back to yourself. By about day 10, most people feel like a brand new person. I'm not even joking, okay? So listen, you feel like garbage right now anyway, so what's the difference? Just make the decision, do it, and maybe you'll feel yucky for a few days. We started on a Thursday, so if you're gonna feel off, it's gonna hit on the weekend, and the bottom line is, if most people work Monday through Friday. If you are going to feel sick, we planned it so that it'll fall on the weekend, and most likely you'll just be able to sleep a little more, and then come Monday, you'll feel great again. For those of you that do work on weekends, well, again, you probably don't feel very good right now anyway. There's probably days that you go to work, when you really shouldn't go to work because you're just exhausted or you don't feel good, but you do it. You'll get through it, I promise. I'm on medications, including diabetic medication or high blood pressure medication. In the last 22 years that we've done this program, when I tell you we have done thousands of people with diabetes or high blood pressure, I'm not even joking, because almost everyone is on one of these medications. And bottom line is, because I'm not a medical doctor or a pharmacist, I can't give you advice on interactions. However, we give you a lot of tools on our members only page to try to help you to make sure that this is absolutely going to be extremely safe for you. There are very few medications that interact with this program. And as a matter of fact, I can only think of maybe a couple off the top of my head. Obviously, if you've had an organ transplant and you're on anti-rejection medication, obviously that would be someone I wouldn't allow to do this program. If you're on a regular antidepressant or anti-anxiety med, most people are on those. We usually don't have issues, but again, you'd have to check with your particular med. But if you're on some really hardcore psychotropic medications, occasionally you have an issue there, or some really hardcore heart medication that without it you could die or something like that. Obviously, those types of medicines, we do have to be a little cautious. But honestly, we've had people do this with all kinds of medications, and basically we'll explain to you once you sign up how to actually check that out. If for some reason you sign up and you're not able to do it, we would fully refund you. Not a problem. Okay? I don't need to lose weight. Well, guess what? Have you seen Dr. Joe, my husband? He has like no body fat. He's in great shape, and he does it a couple times a year. So just because you can't afford to lose weight doesn't mean you can't do this program, okay? Basically, it will, if you need to lose weight, it'll help assist your body in that process. If you don't, it's not going to make you lose weight when your body really doesn't need to. You just have to make sure you tweak your diet. If you're massively concerned, send us an email and we'll touch base with you and help you with that. Can I detox without the supplements? And you know what? That's a really great question. The answer is, well, sort of. Yeah, your body is detoxing every single day. But if you don't want to wait 10 years to get the same results you're going to get in 21 days, then you really can't do this program without the actual supplements, because that helps to speed along your natural body processes of detox, and it helps to just eliminate that stuff out of your body very quickly, versus when your body's doing it, it's doing it slowly every day. Remember, your body's not used to being assaulted the way that it is with all of these toxins in our environment. They're getting worse and worse and worse. And so our bodies just get really overwhelmed, and what this program does is helps to take some of the stress off the body so it can actually do the detox process quicker. I'm never home or I travel for work. I'll admit that definitely can be a little bit challenging, but it's not impossible. I've had many people that travel for work, and nowadays, especially with having the availability of different Airbnbs and things like that, it's easier if you have to stay somewhere. You can have a kitchen, things like that. You can bring food with you for the day. If you're really dedicated, yeah, absolutely, you can do it. If you want to use it as an excuse to not get healthy, hey, that's definitely available as well. But again, you just have to make the choice that even though it's hard, I'm going to do it. I can't succeed. I don't have the support system. And I will be honest with you, this is a common problem for a lot of people. They really don't have the support system. Either their marriage isn't very strong, or maybe their kids just like to eat a whole bunch of garbage and they throw a fit if you want to, have them eat healthy. It's a challenge. But what we've done to solve that problem is we are your support unit. And that's all you need, because we have such an amazing staff set up to hold your hand through this entire program, including myself. I answer most of the Facebook posts, most of the text messages, whatever you're sending, most of that's going to be me personally answering those over the next 21 days, because I am totally dedicated to helping you transform your life, as this has done in my life, my husband's life, my children's lives, and thousands of people we've worked with. And so the bottom line is we become your support unit. The Facebook page where we have, it's a closed group, and they become your support unit, and they're amazing. I have tons of people that do this every single year, and they love helping to support the new people that do it. They're just amazing. And you're gonna basically get to the end and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like I wanna meet these people, like I want them to be my best friends, because they're amazing people. So trust me, the support, not an issue. All right, so creating success stories. So how do we go about creating these success stories? Well, let's talk about that. First of all, we connect you to what we call your why. Your why is your purpose or your reason why you have made the decision to do this program. And it is the driving force behind your success. If you don't have a strong enough why, you'll fail. That's why we walk you through this when we do the training session to teach you how to come up with your why. It has to be really emotional. It's got to be something like, I want to live longer so I can see my grandkids, or I want to be able to accomplish this lifelong goal that I've had. There's so many different things that you could want to accomplish, but you have to think of it ahead of time. And when you see that, sweet or that fast food that you normally have and you're tempted by it, you say, do I really want to do this? No, I really want to be able to be around for my kids and my grandkids. Nope, not interested. And it gives you a strong enough why. Our supportive community is really important, like I just talked about. They are amazing support, and that really helps. It's our coaches, our past and current participants. It's amazing. Our quality virtual platform with helpful tools. You will be amazed when you go to our members only section, which you'll get access to once you purchase your program, and see all the tools we have to make this easy for you. When I say we hold your hand, I'm not even kidding. I give you everything. We've got frequently asked questions videos, instructional videos, what to expect videos, you name it, we've got it. A very detailed program guide that explains what you can have, what you can't have, a checklist for every day for you to be successful. Did that, did that, did that. You can go through and just check off everything as you basically fulfill those requirements. And if you do everything you're supposed to do every day, success is yours. A well-developed plan and easy to follow guidelines, and our 22-year record of success. Guys, bottom line is if you're struggling with something, we've done this long enough that I doubt you're going to come up with something different that we haven't experienced. It's just almost impossible. But reach out to us. We'll have answers for you. We want you to be successful. If you just buy a program and you do not succeed, that doesn't make me feel good. What makes me feel good is to transform your life. And when I run into people in the grocery store, or I see comments on Facebook of people's lives across the country that we've helped to change, that is what makes this worth it. Not the little amount of money that may come from selling a detox kit. You need to be dedicated as much as we're dedicated to your success. And then failure is not an option. So don't just take our word for it. I'm going to show you a couple testimonials real quick so you can kind of hear it from other people.
Hi, my name is Ann, and I participated in Detox with the Docs, and my blood pressure went down so much that I had to go off on a medication. Yes!
Yay! Ann is very enthusiastic, as you can see. Good job, Ann. And here's Don.
Hi, I'm Don. I lost 85 pounds with Detox with the Docs over 18 months, and very happy I did it.
He's amazing. He has done so great on this program. And you can see these aren't paid professionals. They're a little bit nervous. But you know what? These are people who absolutely had their lives changed from this program. And if you go to transforming21detox.com, there's so many. I actually had a whole bunch more, and I'm like, I don't want to keep these people here forever. So just go there and you can see a lot more of those. All right, so let's get into the details. The program, what is it? A 21-day supervised program that supports and enhances the body's natural elimination of toxins by eating a variety of foods such as vegetables, fruits, yogurt, which is optional, lean meats, which are optional. If you're vegan or vegetarian, you don't have to include that, and taking specific whole food supplements that will support and speed up your body's own natural detoxification processes. And that's all this is doing, guys. We are not forcing the body to do anything. We're just enhancing its ability to do it, which speeds it up and allows it to be more effective. We have what we call our individual program, which you can start any time of the year. We do detoxes all year round, every single day. However, 3 times a year, we do a group program, which typically is January. We have one in May, June, and we have one in September, October. And the benefit to doing the group programs is just that camaraderie, that support from other people doing it. We have the closed Facebook page, but technically, you can do this program anytime and you'll still get a lot of support. It's just fun when you have a big group doing it all at the same time. But you can see our website, transforming21detox.com, for the specific dates that we offer these group programs on. Healthy and easy to follow program that helps to create amazing new habits. And I think that's probably one of the most important things here, is that because you're doing something very structured for 21 days, it really does create long-lasting habits that will drastically change your life forever. I've had people do one detox and I run into them 10, 15 years later and they're like, the habits that I created during that program changed my life. And so it really is great to have that structure. Food form supplements versus vitamin isolates. What does that mean? It means we've taken real food, put it in pill form, and it's not just parts of vitamin complexes like they call ascorbic acid vitamin C. It's not really vitamin C, it's part of the vitamin C complex. And when you separate vitamins in nature, eventually it becomes dangerous to consume those. This is all whole food in a pill. It's easier to consume a pill to get more nutrients than it is to just eat pounds and pounds of carrots or pounds and pounds of kale. So it takes the roughage out, therefore you can get more nutrients in without being overly full. This program detoxes and rebuilds, and I think that that's one of the most important things that this does as opposed to other programs out there, is it not only detoxes you, pulls the toxins out, but it rebuilds your body after the detox. Now, why is that important? Because when you start stirring up toxins in your body, if you don't complete that process, you can actually create more issues. So you really need to follow through and rebuild your body instead of just doing a colon cleanse or a liver cleanse. You really need to cleanse the whole body and then rebuild the body, and that's what we do over 21 days. And like I just alluded to, it supports all the detox organs, the lungs, the bowels, the liver, the kidneys, the skin, you name it. Everything is coming out of everywhere. That's a good thing. And that doesn't mean you're going to be sick all the time. Don't misconstrue what I said. But basically, it helps to pull everything out from where it needs to not be. Eat as much as you want of certain foods. We are not going to say you have to count calories or you have to limit what you're eating. Your body's going to naturally limit you because you're going to be full from eating the right things. People get overly hungry because they're eating the wrong things, and the body is just desiring something else that you're not giving it. So you definitely won't be hungry. A detailed program guide. It's amazing. My staff created this thing. It is like awesome, and it gets better every single time. The training videos and questions and answers videos. So all the problems you could possibly run into, I've got videos made for all of it. Education on healthy eating, weight loss, and sustaining a healthy lifestyle. So we're teaching you through this program how to take these tools into the future and to keep improving your health, because this is not a 21-day program. This is a lifestyle change. And if you go into it looking at it as if it is a lifestyle change, you're going to do much better than thinking, I'm just going to do well for 21 days and then I'm going to beat my body up again. That's not a good way to look at it. Again, whole food supplementation, which we talked about, healthy meal recipes, daily shake recipes, permissible dessert recipes, and sample eating plan. We've laid it all out for you guys. An incredible support system, 24/7 access to experienced coaches, and access to exclusive Facebook group of past and present detoxers. We are pretty much there for you all the time. Now, I do sleep, okay? So there is probably an 8-hour period of time, 7 maybe during the detox, where I might not be able to answer a question. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I'm on my phone. Before I go to bed, I'm on my phone. Plus, I have some of my younger staff that don't mind staying up at different times of the night answering questions as well. And so we are there for you to make sure you are totally supported. Next is our daily inspirational guide. This is the part that I think I'm most excited about, because what we've done different with our program is we have 2 versions that you can choose from, the self-improvement version and the faith-based version. Now, this is every single day we send you out an email with some things you can do to help improve your everyday life. We give you certain questions to ask yourself. We give you a lot of information that can really change the way you think about life and the things that you do in your life. And we try to teach you how to be successful in all areas. We'll include a lot of things from some self-help people like Tony Robbins. He's one of our favorites, and John Maxwell, and all these awesome leaders that have these amazing techniques to really help you be the best you that you can be. Because the bottom line is we don't want to just transform your health. We want to help you transform your relationships, your finances, and every important part of your life. For those of you that may be of the Christian faith, something that's important to us is growing our spiritual self every single day. And by the end of this, you could have a better relationship with your Creator, and you can improve your finances and your relationships. But again, we're not forcing something down your throat. You don't ever have to even look at that version if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. But I highly recommend, if you're open-minded enough, to look at both versions, because there's different things. They're not like exactly the same. They're very different. And so really you're just getting double help if you're looking at both programs. But again, the choice is always yours. Virtual exercise classes in your own home. We have some of our coaches that teach exercise classes through Zoom and other means, and it's awesome. Now guys, I will say the one part that's most difficult is getting people to exercise. You know, understand there's a lot of people out there, they're disabled, maybe they're extremely overweight, and it's just very difficult. But guys, you have to move. So please try to include these classes, even if you don't do it, full out, even if you just do it a little bit. And you don't have to have your camera on. They're not going to be watching you. So you just do the best that you can. But you have to push yourself, guys. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting, which you're not happy with. So you have to do something different. So please try to include the exercise. Try to be moving 20, 30 minutes a day to really get your body pumping out these toxins. So our group program includes everything we just talked about, but you also get the daily email reminders, the printable detox schedule, the daily reminders, and community engagement in the closed Facebook page. So we remind you in the Facebook page, hey, don't forget to do this or to do that, and that's really helpful. And we have prizes and special recognition during a live end of the detox celebration on Facebook. Now, if you're super shy and you don't want to be the detox king or the detox queen or be acknowledged for how awesome you did, just let me know at the end, and I certainly won't include you in that. I don't want you to feel self-conscious. But you know what? If you really kicked butt, why not be acknowledged? That's an awesome thing. Okay, you should really be proud of that. And so we have some awesome prizes that we give away, and we'll talk more about that once you sign up. Now, there are some add-on services. Now, if you're doing our program from another practitioner, so maybe your practitioner referred you to our program, they may not have all of these services available, but reach out to them and see if they have them available. And maybe if they don't, if they get enough people asking, maybe they'll start providing them. So one thing that we highly recommend is the Ion Cleanse Detoxification Foot Bath System. Okay, now this, you put your feet in water and it puts charged particles into the water to help pull toxins out of the system as like a magnet would. And basically the way it works is different toxins have different charges, and the actual system alternates charges and actually like magnet north and south attract? Well, with the positive and negative charges of the toxins, it helps to pull these out through your skin, which is in your feet, obviously. Now, you could put your hands in, you could put your face in. That would be disgusting. You probably drown too, so I don't think I recommend that. But the feet is like the easiest way. So we put your feet in, it opens up the pores, pulls out toxins just like you would sweat toxins out. People that do this typically report less detox symptoms, those couple days when you may actually feel a little off, but they also report better results. One big improvement with this program is aches and pains, especially in your joints. And so if you experience that, I highly recommend trying to add those in. Colon hydrotherapy. Here at our office in Oneonta, we have an amazing colon hydrotherapist, Joanne. She's fantastic. And hopefully your practitioner has that available as well. If not, let me know. I've had people drive all the way here from different parts of the country just to get the colon hydrotherapy. Or maybe we can refer someone closer to you. Infrared sauna sessions. There are practitioners participating that do have this available. If you can do that, it's awesome. One thing I want to make you aware of is one thing that we're really passionate about is working with an organization called Samaritan's Purse. This is an amazing organization that helps save lives by giving them people healthy water in third world countries. They do so much good, and every single time we do one of these group detoxes, we donate a certain amount per detox kit to try to assist in that. Guys, we take for granted every single day the ability to turn on our tap and drink healthy water, where there's people that actually die from parasitic infections. We have a sponsored child that actually died a couple years ago from getting some type of parasitic infection, which is it's horrible. And a lot of this comes from the drinking water. So an organization like this is so amazing to support, and we're very excited to be working with them. Our goal is to raise over $50,000 that we can donate to them. So we're getting there. We have quite a ways to go, but we're certainly getting there. So if you could help us, we would appreciate that. All right, so let's go through a typical day on the program, and we're going to be finishing up here pretty quickly. Wake up, enjoy that abundant energy, because that's a great thing. Read your brief daily email and inspirational guide. Now, guys, if your schedule's weird and you can't do it in the morning, you don't have to follow this exactly. I'm just giving you an example. But if you can start the day with your inspirational guide, it definitely gives you a little bit more excitement for the day. Breakfast time. You're going to make your own shake. Just add some water or blend it with other vegetables and fruits and things that you want in it. If you're going to do some intermittent fasting, which we'll talk about in the training session, which we do encourage if you're able to safely do a little bit of intermittent fasting. That means you just delay your breakfast in the morning a little bit later, even if it's a half hour later, an hour later. That's really helpful. But if you are doing that, wait till the appropriate time. Then you're going to take your first dose of whole food supplements with your shake. And it is optional, but you can add an extra breakfast like yogurt, eggs, or an omelet, depending on where you're at in the program, because there is a few days in the beginning where you don't want to add as many, like the animal-based proteins, but then very quickly you'll add those in. You want to move for 20 to 30 minutes, 4 to 5 times per week if you're physically able. Lunchtime, second dose of supplements, have a lunch meal, big salad, veggie stir fry. You can add animal-based protein when the time is appropriate. Mid-afternoon, your second shake. And dinner time. You're going to have your dinner time supplements. You're going to have a meal of some sort. One of my favorites for detox is something called Southwestern spaghetti squash. It's just a really, really yummy Southwestern flavored recipe that I really enjoy, and a lot of other people do as well. Soup, and then when the time is appropriate, a meat and a vegetable like chicken, fish, turkey, things like that. And then read any program emails and follow us on the social media for encouragement, support, and important information. The more people are involved in our closed Facebook page, really the better the results they get, because they really get that encouragement when they might have a day where they're feeling discouraged or weak. They just get lifted up by everyone else. It really is important. And experience your best night of sleep ever. Now, after a few days into the program, most people say their sleep is unbelievable. If for some reason yours is not getting better or is worsening, there's a very simple solution. Reach out or watch the video, even better, and you'll find the solution for that. Very easy solution. So the general guidelines for having a successful program: lots of veggies, some fruit if you want it. For weight loss, try avoiding grains, even though small amounts are acceptable of certain grains like brown rice. Pseudo grains are preferred, which we'll get into all of that. After the first few days, when your body asks for more protein, you'll start adding fish, chicken, turkey, venison. We'll train you. Don't worry. You don't need to know about that now. And again, consider upgrading to the Detox Foot Bath package. Some practitioners are even offering a first session free. So just reach out to them, see if that's available. If not, it's totally worth paying for, trust me. And just make sure when you're signing up online, you understand that what you're getting online is only through our office. If you're working with another practitioner, you're going to get the basic program, and then you buy the foot bath package through that practitioner, not us. So make sure you don't get confused with that. So, requirements. You must check for potential drug interactions to participate. We already talked about that. There's not a lot of them, but you are responsible for checking that. We are not medical doctors or pharmacists. We can't legally give that advice. However, on the in the members only page of our website, we give you information on how to do that safely. You must be 18 years old to participate in the competition. Now, you don't have to be 18 to do the program, but you can't, because of local laws, you can't receive any prizes if you are under 18. If you're going to be doing this with a child, please reach out to me so we can make sure you do it safely. My kids have done it since they were like, oh my gosh, I don't even remember. 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. We just have to tweak it a little bit so that it's tolerable for them and change some of the supplement doses. But reach out to us. When we do it, our whole family does it. That's the best way to be successful. And why would you not want your kids healthy? You know, teach them these principles early, and then hopefully they won't get as sick and messed up as most of us end up in our adult years. Okay? So that's important. You have to be 18, though, to actually win prizes. So let's get started. Let's show you how to succeed together here. If you're ready to feel better, to feel stronger and happier, if you want to be healthier, live longer, have a better quality of life, improve the ability for you and your family to really enjoy life on a daily basis. You know, the quality of our life is based off the quality of our experiences. And if you feel like garbage, your life is going to be garbage. You need to feel good to be able to take advantage of this amazing life that we've been so blessed with. Do something that actually works, okay? If you're ready to do something that works, this is the program for you. And if you're ready to finally succeed, I am going to hold your hand and help you do that to the best of your ability. Then guess what? This program is absolutely for you. So let's get started. Now, if you do it with your friends and with your family, you are much more likely to be successful, okay? So are your friends and family discouraged about their weight? Are they exhausted all the time? You know, you want to call up a friend or a family member to do something, they're like, I'm too tired, I have a headache, whatever. Ask those people to join you. It can drastically change their lives, and they're going to give you the credit for it. They're going to say, you changed my life. And that's an awesome thing. If you know someone who's battling with mood swings or depression or facing a scary diagnosis of some sort, there's a lot of people out there with that. If you're needing to extend or improve life, or you want to be more mentally present, if you know anyone like that, reach out to them. Maybe they're always just distracted and, you know, just never feeling well. Those types of people can definitely benefit from this. So reach out to them, you know, tell them, and join this with me. Be my buddy, because when you do it with family and friends, you're definitely going to be more successful. So, and keep in mind, guys, this is a national event. You cannot sign up with your practitioner to get all of the benefits of this program. You have to go through our website, transformin21detox.com. And we're going to go through that right now as we finish up. Go to transformin21detox.com, find the navigation menu circled in the corner, okay? This process is much easier on a computer, just so you know. Some people have been successful on their phone, but if you have a computer, it's a little bit easier. Go to the sign-up page in the navigation menu, then scroll down to find the detox package option to save that money. After choosing a package, pick your flavor. Do you want just the plain flavor where you add in fruits and vegetables, or do you want to upgrade to chocolate or vanilla? The benefit to that is, one, it tastes great, but also it's simple. You add the scoops and then you basically add the water and shake it and you're good to go. The basic one, without the upgrade to a flavor, so just the plain one, would basically require you to add some fruits and vegetables, things to it to make it taste really good, okay? So choose your flavor. Then after choosing that, click purchase. This will take you to the required intake form. We do need you to fill out medical information so we can make sure that we know what's going on in your body, make sure that it's safe for you. And the intake form provides important information for us to join to help you through your journey. So please, you have to fill that out and be prepared to provide your complete medications list. After completing the patient intake, click purchase again. This will take you to a confirmation page. If you're unsure if your order went through, just send us an email and we'll confirm it, okay? And we have some homework for you, okay? So think about your why. Why are you contemplating doing this, okay? What are you living for? Why are you willing to make the sacrifices that are needed to be healthier? Is it because you want to be around to see your grandkids? Maybe you want to spend more time with them because maybe you weren't able to spend that time with your kids and you really want to make that up and spend time with your grandkids, but you just don't have the energy right now. Maybe you want to try to go out for a promotion for your job, but it's going to require so much more of you and you're concerned that you're going to have the energy to do that. Whatever your why, all right, you need to zero in on that and focus on that, okay? And really think about what's going to be the most powerful motivational tool for you, and that is exactly what you're going to focus on. Less toxicity means more you. More focus for work, more time with family, more laughter, more purpose in your life, more living, more self-confidence, more fulfillment, more happiness, more memories, and more you. Please go to Transform in 21 Detox right now and sign up for a life-changing program that you will not regret doing. Thank you so much, and we are so looking forward to holding your hand and helping you transform your life. Thank you, and God bless.